Dear colleagues, your attention is presented to the report on the topic Assessment of Safe Exploitability of Undermined Objects of the Underground Ore Mining Department of the Mine Management of the PJSC ArcelorMittal Kryvyi Rih. Report authors Babets, Kozariz, Blyzniukov, and Serhiy Henkulenko. Research Ore Mining Institute of Kryvyi Rih National University, Kryvyi Rih, Ukraine, and LLC NKTs Ukrgeokonsaltynh. Underground iron ore mining provides for monitoring displacement of the Earth's surface and the state of monitored objects with the mining allotment. The object of the research is the deposit Objednany of the Underground Ore Mining Department of the Mine Management of the PJSC ArcelorMittal Kryvyi Rih. The aim of the research is to study deformations of the Earth's surface and assess safety of exploitation of the monitored objects within the mining allotment. The observations are conducted along profile lines located nearby and on monitored objects in a displacement area in a hanging wall of the deposit. According to the nature of the displacement process, development in a footwall of the deposit Objednany, the mine field can be conditionally divided into three sections. First section, southern, southwards of axis 80. Second, central, axis 80-55. And third, northern, northwards of axis 55. In the southern section of the minefield, measurements were made along the profile lines, arc bridge and axis 220. In the central section of the minefield, survey axis 80-survey axis 55, mining operations were finished in 1997 due to deposit thinning. Instrumental observations are conducted along the profile lines axis 3, axis 6, axis 11 and depot. As is seen in figure 1, annual subsidence along all the profile lines of the southern and central parts of the footwall for the last year doesn't exceed 10 mm. It can be concluded that, according to paragraph 2.22, the displacement process in the southern and central parts of the footwall is finished. In the northern section of the footwall of the minefield, survey axis 55-survey axis 263, instrumental observations are conducted along the profile lines axis 55, axis 127 and axis 159. Annual subsidence along all profile lines of the northern part of the footwall for the last year exceeds 10 mm. It can be concluded that, according to paragraph 2.22, the process of displacement in the northern section of the footwall is still developing. Also, in a footwall, observations are made along the profile line railway, which crosses the southern, central and northern parts of the footwall. Average monthly subsidence rates by benchmarks of the profile line railway for the last 2-year period do not exceed 2.7 mm per month, which is clearly seen in figure 3. The trough of the hanging wall rock displacement can be conditionally divided into 3 sections, considering the minefield from south to north, southern, central and northern. In the southern section of the hanging wall, mining finished in 1990. Observations are conducted along the profile line axis 54. In the central section of the hanging wall, survey axis 80-survey axis 55, mining operations stopped in 1997. Observations are conducted along the profile line axis 6 and axis 25. Figure 4 shows graphs of annual subsidence along the profile lines of the southern and central section of the hanging wall in 2021. In 2021, in the southern and central sections, subsidence was well below 50 mm per year. Figure 4. Thus, it can be concluded that in the southern and central parts of the hanging wall, the displacement process is finished. In the northern section, northwards of axis 55, observations were made along 6 profile lines of ground benchmarks. Axis 105, Sklenenie, cemetery, road base, and settlement of Zhukivka. Analysis of the observation data is in the section reveals that displacement continues to develop. Its activity in different sections of the so varies. The decrease in displacement activity is caused by development of the non-blind area of the deposit. Over the past year, subsidence of the Earth's surface has decreased, as can be seen from the graphs shown in Figure 5-8. Figure 9 plots the maximum relative horizontal deformations along the profile line settlement of Zhukivka, with a forecast for 2 years. Analysis of the graph in Figure 9 enables the conclusion that in 2022, the forecast values of the maximum relative horizontal deformations along the profile line settlement of Zhukivka will reach 3.5 mm per meter and 3.7 mm per meter in 2023. This will not exceed values of permissible relative horizontal deformations for buildings of the settlement, 6 mm per meter ISO. Conclusions. The process of shifting in the southern and central sections of the recumbent and heading sides has ended. It is possible to safely operate the following objects: the frame bridge PK 73 km plus 200, PK 73 km plus 250, the railway track section 71.74 km, and the access line Kiro station - Shmakova station, the railway depot facilities of the PJSC KZRK, buildings and facilities of the industrial site of Pivnichna mine, the PJSC Central JZK, facilities of the crushing soldering plant CSP, and the industrial site of the mine management, buildings in Kovalska Street, the Shistov Works geological nature reserve of local importance, the settlement of Kamalatka, the municipal cemetery Zahidne. The actual annual rates of surface subsidence in the area of the Ukrgeokonsaltynh track and the access track have not exceeded 2.7 mm per month over the last 2 years, which is significantly lower than the permissible values, 100 mm per month. Therefore, there is no need for special protection measures for these facilities. The process of sharing in the northern part of the line site continues to develop. Further mining of the reserves on the northern flank of the mine field will lead to activation of a landslide process in the motor road area. The displacement process on a section of the profile line road base is still developing. It is forbidden to safely operate the following objects: the section of the motor road Tehbaza-Cemetery Zahidne, the road base for the motor road section Tehbaza-Cemetery Zahidne. At present, mining of the deposit up to level 1065 meters doesn't cause surface deformation above the permissible values for the residential facilities of the settlement. Therefore, the measures to protect the settlement involve maintenance for the period until the actual relative horizontal deformations do not exceed the calculated permissible value for residential buildings, which is 6 mm per meter. Thank you for your attention.